The Best 96.3, I'm Ana Alicia Anguiano with your news for today, January 20th, 2012. Taxpayers of Del Rio could take control of how their tax dollars are spent, and all they have to do is spay and neuter their pets. It's no secret that for each animal that winds up at a shelter, that municipality is charged a fee. Not having to pay these fees would allow tax dollars to flow elsewhere, where it is more needed. Although Aaron Rodriguez, Community Health and Services Director, says Del Rio does not have a problem with stray animals per se.
The problem that Del Rio has is not as big as other cities around the same size that we have.
He does say the issue of loose animals lies with pet owners.
We do have issues with animals being retained by their owners, if anything.
Rodriguez says animal control catches on average anywhere between 10 and 15 animals per week. However,
75% of those will get reclaimed by the owners.
The main contributing factor to animals wandering the streets is the fact that some just simply find a way to leave the vicinity of their owner's yard.
Most owners are very responsible of their animals. It's just sometimes the animal gets a little crazy and decides to jump out.
Each year, approximately 8 million strays and unwanted animals are taken in my shelters across the country. Tragically, about half of these animals are euthanized because good homes cannot be found. In fact, shelter euthanasia is the leading cause of death for both dogs and cats in the U.S. You can help eliminate wandering and stray animals by making sure gates are closed and locked, and also spaying and neutering your pets.
Spay and neuter is probably the best, most responsible way of being a responsible citizen when it comes to their mascots.
A former Del Rio police officer was arrested last night for resisting arrest, search, and transportation. Raymond Villarreal, who resigned from the force nearly 3 years ago, was with another Del Rio man by the name of Gerardo Salinas when they were pulled over by police.
Officer Brian Acevedo and his training officer, Officer Ana Barrera, had noticed a black pickup truck in the 400 block of Cantu Road driving somewhat erratically.
That was Captain Noel with the Del Rio Police Department. Captain Noel said the black pickup truck they were in was swerving on and off the road. Police pulled up behind to make sure the occupants were okay.
The vehicle again went off the roadway temporarily, at which time the officers decided to do a traffic stop.
Officer Acevedo turned on his emergency lights to pull the vehicle over, and the driver did not immediately comply with the request. In an attempt to evade police, they sped up and turned into an apartment complex.
Shut all of its lights off in an attempt to evade the officers, who they were able to quickly find the vehicle.
After an investigation, the driver of the black pickup, Gerardo Salinas, was arrested for driving while intoxicated and evading arrest with a vehicle. Salinas was then subsequently arrested for resisting arrest, search, and transportation.
Being that when the officers were trying to get all occupants of the vehicle out, he was very uncooperative, would not allow the officers to approach him, would not obey with their safety commands, and had to be arrested by some force.
Officers were able to take both into custody without further incident. As of yesterday, bond was set for the two and both were transferred to the GEO Detention Center. You can catch us every weekday with your up-to-date, up-to-the-minute news. Follow us on Twitter, KTDR-FM, or on our webpage, thebestktdr.com. With your radio news, I'm Ana Alicia Anguiano. This segment brought to you by Buffalo Wings and Rings of Del Rio. Great food, no bull.